Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next installment of Ask the Author from the Chicklet Book Club podcast. I am Veronica.
I'm Ray.
And today we are we are joined by Amber Thoma.
And welcome.
Yay!
And welcome. We're so excited you're here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Usually,
I was what's so funny.
I'm looking at you on Discord, so now I'm just looking at you on Riverside.
I actually got cleaned up for you guys, which is more than I do for most people, as you know.
Yeah, well, usually just hair up, mess.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
You know.
Oatmeal cream pie in one hand,
or Pop-Tart, one or the other.
Pop-Tart.
Never both.
Probably weird to double fist it. I don't know if those flavors go together. It'd be fine.
Yeah, my palate is not that sophisticated.
We are basically the same age, so we were raised on kid cuisines probably, and
oh yeah. The little things that the little crackers, and you put the tomato sauce on it, and then it's like, oh, it's a pizza. Are those things Lunchables?
Yeah,
Lunchables. I was trying to remember what they were. Yeah, Lunchables.
Yeah. Did you hear that they actually
just
got spammed?
Discord,
not spammed, but did you know that they pulled Lunchables, or not pulled? They're saying they should pull them because what's that? It's the really well known company that tests food, and they're not necessarily government related, but they're I think they even have their own app or something. But they found massive amounts of heavy metals.
Ooh, yes,
oh, cool. And not the really awesome one like Black Sabbath, a real bad one. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, but dangerous levels of lead, I think.
Oh, great. Yeah. Get it on the paint, stick it in the Lunchables. Cool.
It just, you know what? It explains a lot, okay?
It does. It really explains a lot about millennials, maybe. Did you also hear recently some kids in my child's age group were really obsessed with the Prime drinks for a while?
Oh, God. Sorry.
I
mean, just the fact
they're just
it's Logan Paul's. It's Logan Paul's, I believe. Yeah, it's his energy drink. Yeah.
There's a rehydrating drink, and then there's also I think some that have caffeine in them or whatever. But anyway, apparently they've done testing on those, and apparently there are outrageously high levels of whatever that substance is that is it's a forever substance, you can never get rid of it, and
crack.
There is a ton of it in Prime drinks.
Shocker. So Logan Paul is not worried about what's going into his drinks. Okay.
Not worried at all. Anyway,
no.
We're actually here other than to talk about junk food that we all love. We are here to talk about Amber Thoma's series Realms of Lore, Fae. Most recently, Queen of Light came out on April 23rd.
Yes. I'm glad you remembered because I forgot.
Oh, you were going to say it. I was going to say it. Oh, dang. I was going to say it. She thick, girl.
She's thick.
Yeah, she's thick.
Mm-hmm. She's real thick.
But she's 2 C's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we wanted to ask you a few questions about, let's go ahead and talk about plot. Without spoilers, understandably, what can you tell us about the plot of Queen of Light?
Well, I really wanted to make sure that each couple had their own issues to work out, and then individually people had their own things to work out, because you're in a relationship, but you're still a single person, or Fae in this case. And I really focused heavy on mental health, really heavy on it. So there's there's PTSD, there's substance abuse, there's there's all kinds of stuff in there. So basically schizophrenia.
Tatiana's insane.
She is. She's super insane, but she's real pretty.
She is. She's really beautiful. I don't know if you ever watched How I Met Your Mother, but Barney Stinson always talked about the crazy hot scale, and the hotter a woman is, the crazier she is. It's kind of how
That's Tatiana. Tatiana's at the very top of that, diagonal line, yeah.
Batshit crazy.
Absolutely.
As we know, Queen of Light is book 2, technically, in this series.
Yes.
We have Prince of Darkness. That's book 1.
My first baby.
And then we have, which is only like a year old.
Yeah. It's like,
Girl, you cranking them out.
Almost 14 months old, I think. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Because after that, you did Heirs of Darkness, which is like 1.5, which is technically a prequel, but you should read Prince first. And then we got Queen of Light. Can you tell us?
Seriously, that cover the best thing I've ever written.
This cover is incredible. Also.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, right?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Rebecca Sinclair.
You're both geniuses.
Oh, listen, I went to the Rebecca School of Excellence, and that's how I learned, like, Photoshop and such. So
I love it.
Yeah.
We're all attending the Rebecca School of Excellence.
We're definitely all attending her marketing school. Yeah.
So can you talk about how you've come up with the idea for this series? I love your little giggle there.
I know. I'm just going to drop some knowledge, man. I'm going to be a little nervous.
No, I was literally... Okay, so you know, like when you're looking for a movie to watch or something and you watch all the previews, and then by the time you're ready to watch a movie, it's like super late and you're done and you've watched like 3 hours of previews. Okay, I am known to do that on my Kindle as well, right? Like just looking at different books, like unsure. And I was specifically looking for a certain style of book, and I couldn't find it. And like, I feel like every so often, depending on like how much you read, I used to read like over 200 books a year. And, so like I would plow through the entire, like, yeah, right. Like, but like, did you ever notice that like you plow through the Kindle Unlimited and then like you have to wait a little while until like more things come out and then it like refreshes kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened. And you know, I just started taking my Wellbutrin and Adderall. So I was like, I can't find it. I'll do it myself. And 18 days later, Prince of Darkness was born.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
okay.
Let's talk about that then, and how quickly you wrote Prince of Darkness.
It's a hyperfixation, okay? Listen, apparently November is the month for me for hyperfixations. Because I did like 140 something thousand words this past November when we all were doing the TikTok lives.
We were all remarkably productive.
Yeah.
For a very
it's a holiday season, man. We got to do something, right?
We're all disassociating.
Right?
We're like, real life doesn't exist. Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, being on TikTok Live forced us to not be on TikTok. You know what I mean? To not just like, scroll mindlessly. Yeah. Which is how I found all of you, so that was fun.
Yeah. Right?
I love that you guys have that space. I really do. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that you guys have that like camaraderie and that space to like kind of support each other. I think it's great.
I think it's like kind of imperative, actually. Like, I did Prince of Darkness by myself. Like, my best friend, obviously, Jess, but the Hot Dog Lady reads.
Hot Dog Lady reads.
She went, that's a whole nother thing. But, like, she was there with me through it, you know, reading everything and, like, cheering me on. But, like, I didn't know any other authors. You know, I didn't even know what I was supposed to do. I did so much Googling. And then I just kind of went for it. And Prince of Darkness actually did pretty well for a debut. So I was pretty proud of that.
We recently also went to Readers Take Denver, which is, again,
I survived,
entire discussion.
What is happening with these conventions?
Listen, I have to say, like, I could tell that it was, like, a hot mess express while I was there, right? But, like, I think because of who I was with, and I wasn't there really I didn't have, like, a bunch of pre-orders I was trying to get, and I wasn't trying to see anybody in particular, you know? I was just really there to, like, look at what other people were doing and try to, like, really learn from it. And I think because of that, and just being with, like, some really fun people, I had a great time, honestly. I sold out of Prince of Darkness in 90 minutes. So,
nice.
And I really accredit it to my best friend, who dressed up in a hot dog costume and kept telling everybody that she wanted she wanted them to meet. She would wave to the hot dog part, her best friend. And then, like, the amount of people that came up to my table that, like, when I was signing the book, they're like, the hot dog lady sent me. And I was like, great. I love her.
It's really incredible. Like, now she's just an honorary member of our group.
Yeah. I keep freezing, like, so if I like don't answer something for a second, it's because I'm waiting for it to come back.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry. No, you're fine. The actual quality will be better, like, once it's done. It's just...
Right, because it's local recording as all, so, yeah.
Yeah, I love Jess.
Me too, obviously.
I.e. the hot dog lady who reads. She's pretty great, and I love that she's part of our group now. She makes me so happy.
Yeah.
She messaged me earlier today because she finished my book.
Yeah, she loved it.
I love her so much.
Which is saying something, because neither one of us are like contemporary girlies. And she was like, this, if you need to get into a contemporary vibe again, you read this book. And I was like, that's high praise, girl.
Oh
so,
my God. I'm going to go hide under this desk while you guys talk. Okay.
Oh no.
No. All right. When we're talking about Prince of Darkness, it's a pretty funny book, honestly. Like, it's pretty funny. And then you were, I don't know, like, if the Wellbutrin stopped working and you were just like, I now am going to destroy you all.
Okay, listen. Okay, my favorite thing is like a villain origin story, right? And like they have to be really quite tragic. So, and I was like, how is Kieran going to be the way he is? And then like Kess's humor is literally, Kess is the manifestation of my coping mechanism. So, but no, you know, so I didn't think about anything when I wrote Prince of Darkness. I like literally wrote it straight through. I pantsed the whole thing, and then went through and added a bunch of shit to it, and there it is. And then I rewrote it in September because I was like, damn girl, you could do better than that. So, by rewrite, I mean, like, I really added a lot to like, Kess and Anin specifically. So you read the new version, which is the better one in my opinion. But I kind of needed like a bridge to get from Prince of Darkness to Queen of Light. And I was also kind of stuck at the moment because I had a lot of things that I wanted to put into Queen of Light. And I like wrote the first part and then I was like stuck for months. And so I wrote Heirs of Darkness so that I could be doing something. And it helped me learn them better too. So that helps when I'm trying to write them later. But the progression of the story is it just gets darker and darker and darker as it goes. So I always tell everybody, I'm like, Prince of Darkness is like happy sunshine, you know? And then you get to Heirs of Darkness and you start to be like, oh, it's like that. And then you get to Queen of Light and you're like, well. And then you get to the Queen of Light novella and you're just like, I'm out of here.
I saw the cover for the Queen of Light novella. You showed it to us. I'm just going to, when I read it, cover the cover.
Oh, because it freaks you out. Yeah,
it freaks me out.
I'll send you an ebook without the cover so you can. And then, and when I get them printed, it's actually going to be Heirs of Darkness on one side, and then you flip it, and it's so you can just have it Heirs of Darkness side up.
I'm just going to keep it that side. Yeah.
Okay, so now I need to know what is freaking you out about it.
I'll tell you, it's something that I'm scared of.
Oh, have we talked about this recently?
Maybe. I'll tell you about it. I don't want to give anything away, so we'll talk about
tell you
it. Know that it's
offline. Got it.
There's like two things that really freak me out, and one of them is Facebook cover.
Clowns. Yeah. I got it. Okay.
Clowns are pretty terrifying, honestly.
Right?
Like, and it's not the clown part that's terrifying. What's terrifying to me is that an adult man wants to dress and like a clown and entertain children that way. Like nobody got weirded out by that.
I think the whole thing. And
also like the amount of makeup and like they're smiling all the time. Like it just
clown college. That's all I gotta say. Clown college. No, no, thank you.
I just can't get it.
John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, do you remember how I told you like? I have told Roxy and Ray both like Pollen stands. Like they cannot wait for season 3 of Bridgerton. They both love that book. I have also told Ray that she needs to talk to AP because they both love true crime. The two of you also love the true crime. Mm-hmm. We will talk about Amber's secret project maybe at a different time.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You're going to lose it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I told you, right?
I actually, according to my writing schedule, I get to start working on that again on Christmas. So it's like literally Christmas Day. So it's
Merry
like
Christmas
my
to
Christmas
me, I guess.
to myself. Yeah. I'm
like
dying to write that one though, but I, obviously have other commitments I need to get out first. So.
Okay, so speaking of that then, let's talk about how many we had already talked about the Queen of Light novella. How many books are going to be in the series and what is the timeline of them? Like,
so,
I don't mean like the timeline in the books. I mean like when they will. What's your plan for release?
Yeah. Queen of Light novella will be out in August. There's a special day in August that'll be out on that day. And then book 3 should be out in October. I'm hoping.
My God.
I have to start writing it. I mean, okay, it is outlined, so there's that.
Well, as you just said, you like whipped out like 140,000 book in like a week anyhow. So.
Well, I honestly think I need that pressure. It's like that ADHD thing. I swear.
Yeah,
like if I don't have the pressure of a deadline, and not like like a way out there deadline. I mean, I need it like hanging over my head.
Looming. Same.
And,
I'm the same way.
Yeah, yeah. And then I can crank it out. But I was going to start writing it at the beginning of the month, but then we in our group we all kind of like help each other with different things so that we can kind of try to keep it in house, right? So I'm doing a developmental edit for somebody right now, and then I will get onto it. So yeah, and then so book 3, and then book 4 actually won't be out until the following October. So I'm gonna make people wait a little bit because book 1 of series 2 is going to be out in March or April, one of the two.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, so there's going to be 5 series in the entire, what is it called? Whatever it's called. I can't even think of it right now. I swear I write. It's a saga. It's a saga.
All right, yeah, got it.
Oh man. So there's going to be 5 series, and this isn't a secret. The first one is obviously Fae, and then it's vampires, and then it's Atlantis, and then it's Norse, and then it's the gods, and they are all interconnected. So,
oh, I love it.
Yeah. So the second one is already plotted. So, yeah, I'm real excited about that. But so this by October of next year, the whole series will be done, and there's no more novellas after Queen of Light. That's the last one for the series.
Oh my goodness. I'm very excited.
Good.
Obviously.
I can't wait till you read Queen of Light.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I probably won't be starting it today because I'm almost halfway through Heirs. So probably like tomorrow.
I love Heirs. It's a fun one. It's the beginning, maybe not so much, but then it gets funny. I'm sure you'll be laughing at the very end.
This book is just like, do you remember on TikTok?
Right out the gate.
There was a sound going around for a long time that was just a guy going, emotional damage. Like, that's how it feels. Just super excited.
I'll tell you though, Queen of Light is the best thing I've ever written. And so I am really excited when people tell me that especially people that get to start Prince of Darkness and go straight through to Queen of Light. Like you get yourself to the halfway point when you finish Queen of Light, right? And I think that there is like a massive difference in my writing. Just even from Prince of Darkness to Heirs of Darkness, I think there's a massive improvement. And then from Heirs of Darkness to Queen of Light, it's like, oh, okay, she's got it now.
I could tell even, and I was telling the book club that I was talking to earlier, like you can see the growth of your writing as you transition into the next book. And I love that. I think that's super fun. I love being able to see people like growing as authors.
So you kind of know this, but I am incredibly petty, like incredibly petty. And
all right, Patty LaBelle.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was reading Prince of Darkness reviews. I know we're not supposed to, but like, you know, I didn't have anybody with me, so I was just reading them. And there were great reviews, and then there were like the 3-star reviews. They gave me actual great feedback, and then there were the ones that were like less. And there was one 2-star that gave me really great feedback too. But the amount of people that were like, "Oh, insta love," I was like, "Fine, bet." And so Queen of Light is what happens after insta love. So after the honeymoon stage ends.
Oh my.
You know, okay.
Bet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get on a soapbox here. I do it a lot because I write reviews, so I always get so fucking angry at people who are like, they give a 2-star review for something like that, or my favorite is too much sex. I'm like, okay, this book was not for you. Did you like it? Was it readable? Did you enjoy the story? Then it's not a 2-star review, asshole. Like, I get so fucking furious because I'm like, I don't go to the Christian books and just be like, fucking no dick, 1 star. Like, I just do not understand. It was like, okay, so you don't like insta-love. Fine. But did you like the progression of the story? Was she a good writer? Did you like the plot? Fine. Then... Oh my god!
Well,
I'm sorry.
There's two couples. One's insta love and one's enemies to lovers. So like,
you got best of both worlds. Suck it.
I will tell you though that like, there was a lot of great feedback too. Like you're always gonna have the people that like I swear think that they're like, reviewing for like the New York Times or something. Right. But you know, there's usually, even within like the worst of the worst, there's usually great feedback. I have just learned now that I don't go and read those. I send Jess to go read those, and she collects the general overall thing. But I swear, the second I started seeing people like insta love, I was like,
I love insta love.
Immediately sat down and started writing Queen of Light, like, you know.
It's just, people are so, I agree. It's like, you know, I think I've on my, like, probably one hand can tell you how many, like, 2 and 1-star reviews I've given, like, on things. Just because I'm like, I can find something I'm going to like. And it's just, if it's not for me, it's not for me. But I'm not going to give it, like, knock it if it's, like, well written. And it's just something I didn't care for. Is like, that's still not, like, saying that somebody else wouldn't like that. It's just, people are, talk about petty. That's fucking petty shit. Petty ladies.
Yeah. I had somebody who DNF'd, did not leave a star review, but they left like a written review. And they were like, this one wasn't for me. It's probably for other people. So I thought that was like super well done, right? Like I was like, oh, that's really classy. You know, she's like, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it's not a bad cup of tea. It's just not the one I wanted. So I thought that was pretty great. And, but again, people are free to leave whatever reviews and ratings they want to leave, you know, and, you know, there's a place for everything. So I'm telling you, one of the best, like the most helpful reviews I got on Prince of Darkness was a 2-star because it was kind and it broke down the technical things. And I was like, okay, cool. I can learn from that one.
Right. That's
and that
feedback.
Yes, and like, if you're reviewing a book, like, don't just be like, oh my god, this was hot garbage, you know, be like, this is where I could have seen some improvement. This is what they did great, you know, so.
Right.
Compliment sandwich, you know.
I don't know anybody who fucking does that shit. I did rip someone a new asshole one time, because... Veronica's heard me tell this story many times, but this person was on TikTok or Instagram just, like, going off about how much she's making from writing smut. Like, I'm making baller money from writing smut. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll try one of your books. And it was so much garbage. I was like, let me just tell you, I've never wanted to ask for a refund for a book so fucking hard. Like, it was just... Is that the one where she lost consciousness because she saw a fight? She saw a fight, and she lost consciousness by just witnessing a fight. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, she passed out like 3 times during sex. I'm like, okay, girl, you need your head examined. You need to go have an MRI, baby, if you're passing out that many times.
Does she have POTS? Dang. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. It was...
Go see someone.
Yeah, I mean, it was like inconsistencies all over the place, but like... Yeah, those are the ones where I'm like, I don't feel bad about dragging you. When you're on there, saying how much baller money you're getting.
Yeah.
When there's other authors who I think, deserve money and they are not making it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I would never go out and, I don't even say, like, publicly how many page reads I've had or anything like that. Like, I just don't, that's for me to know, so.
Yeah, yeah.
But I will say, when you want hot garbage, you want hot garbage. And there's always a time when you want hot garbage. So
it's true.
So I also wrote hot garbage.
I was going to say, can we talk about your alter ego now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. What is happening? I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
So I am also Lois Sloane.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Yes, we talked about this, yes, in one of our recent episodes.
And it's hot garbage. But, like, in the best way possible.
To me, hot garbage is, like, unreadable. Like, unreadable is hot garbage
fair.
to me. Like where there's an author in particular that Veronica and I have talked about. She has, like, 75, 80 books. And we've both tried to read. You can't even finish them. There's incomplete sentences.
Oh, dang.
And she has 5-star reviews up the asshole on Goodreads, and you're like, how?
I think you can pay for that.
Yeah, I think.
True.
I think it's still possible to pay for that. Yeah.
No, that to me is not that is not hot garbage. What you just showed me. No, that is beautiful smut, and I enjoy all.
I call it space trash. Yeah. That's what I call it.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
The
second one's probably the funniest thing I've ever written.
They are, I think, yes. I mean, yes, funny. The first one is real dark. The second one is not as dark and quite funny.
Yeah.
The weirder the alien peen, the better. That's what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't have weird peens, but one in the second book he has a tail. So
does he use it?
What that tail doing?
Well, I was going to say if it's joining in, A+.
Yeah.
One of them has a lot of appendages.
Yeah, yeah, in the first one.
In book 1.
You're selling me. Selling me.
Ken,
I did love
one of my favorite reviews on hybrids. It's not there anymore, so I guess it got taken down somehow. Yeah, I was really bummed out. But like, it was like went through it, and I was like, okay, for what it was, like blah 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 blah. And then at the end, it was like there was a lot.
There was a lot.
And she goes, and I mean like a lot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's that? And then I go back and I'm like, oh dang. I was just, but when you have Gnome Patronus as your like alpha reader, and it goes there. It goes everywhere, literally. So.
Yeah, but in the first book though, like you got 5 of them. Where are they all going to go?
Do you know that took that was the hardest thing about writing 5-on-1 was I was like, what's that? Like, how does that actually work? Yeah.
Figurines,
I drew stick figures. I did. I was like, wait a minute. Does it make sense to do that?
And then bend that way? Like, I mean,
she can now,
She's real bendy now. She's real bendy.
She's real bendy.
She's, part human, part Gumby. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, but those are they're just like my fun. I really have a good time writing them, and I usually crank them out in the weekend. Yeah. So,
and there's 5 in that series, right?
There will be 6.
Oh, okay.
Because the last one is we've got their hybrid to take, hunted by the hybrid. His hybrid to protect, caged, their hybrid to cage, and then hybrid assassin, and then it's The Hybrid's Revenge.
With each book, I am more and more bloodthirsty for the revenge. Like, I cannot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But
Okay.
yeah.
So, if we could jump back to the Fae for a moment.
Yeah.
Your two heroes, anti-heroes, they look quite different, even though they're both Fae of the Night Court. Kieran has blue skin and wings, and Cass is literally part bird. Like, so he is sort of a crow, has tons of plumage, if you will.
Yes, but he likes to paint.
How did you come up with two such different appearances for Fae in the same realm?
I don't know. Like, are you familiar with like traditional Fae?
I'm not usually, like, you are the most fantasy I've ever read.
Excuse me.
You're
I feel like
popping
you
my
just told me I popped your cherry.
everywhere.
Yeah.
She also popped my PR box cherry, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm
right.
sorry?
My PR box cherry.
Yeah.
She sent me my
I sent
first
her her
PR
first
box.
PR box.
Oh, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Okay, so traditionally Fae are they're otherworldly. Like they don't look human. When they look human, it's because they have a glamour on, and they usually only do that when they're in the human realm. When they're stealing little babies away and trading them with like changelings and such.
Like we were talking about earlier. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
I knew it was somewhere. Yeah.
Typically they look very different, and if you think about it, it makes kind of sense, right? Because people making up these stories back in the day, tripping balls again, they're going to see animals out and about doing things and they're like, what was that? So I really love that, and there's like a whole lot of Fae that are just beautiful, perfect specimens, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a fan. But I wanted something different, and that's what I couldn't find. Actually, that's what I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. And so, but you know what? It makes it really hard to find like artwork to work with.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like looking at the next series, and I was like, oh, easy. That's that person. So, but yeah, I just wanted them to be different.
In the chat.
Yeah. I have like 4 credits left. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's sorry. Have you heard of because Kez there is a British movie called Kez about a boy with a raven with a raven he keeps as a pet. You didn't know?
Is it Kes or like K-E-Z?
No, it's K-E-S, but it says Kez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't know if that was like related. It's a movie from the 70s. The only reason I know about it is from my Anglophile. But yeah, I didn't know if that was related at all.
No, but that's pretty cool to
Yeah.
like hear, no, Kes is what chapter? You're halfway. You already know what his full name is then.
Oh yes, and I love it.
Yeah. It doesn't give anything away, but his full name is he's Kestrel, which is a bird. And so he came out Kes. And I don't know, I really love crows. Like I love ravens and crows. Like one of my goals in life is to befriend one. Like I have this like dream that like, I'm driving along and there's one injured on the side of the road and I like pick it up and take it home and mend it. And then it comes and brings me shiny things for the rest of its life, This is my goal in life.
I'm going to send all of the good vibes your way because I want that to happen to you.
I'll document the whole thing. So.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Absolutely.
I wanted to sit on your shoulder all the time.
I wanted to sit on my dog's head,
Ooh, that would be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
That contrast between like Lilith's white head and like the black crow, like that would be really
it'd be great.
awesome.
It'd be great.
Nice.
Next book.
And I will be honest, Karen, I was just like, it was like rolling the dice. I'm like, yeah, blue skin, super tall, bat wings. Because, you have to have a bat wing and you have to have like a feathered wings. And then I was like, glowing eyes and extra long fingers. Yeah, that sounds good.
Right.
You know, I do that with names a lot too. I do that with names a lot. I'll type like the beginning of a name that you know, and then just be like spaz out on the keyboard and be like, perfect.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that with some of the names in the fairy tales.
Yeah. Well, because they
Airs.
can't pronounce them anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, every time I read any fantasy book, I do not look at the names. Like, you know, they have like the name pronunciation guide. I never look at it. I'm like, nope, it's whatever my brain decides it is, you know, and forever. So like, Throne of Glass, Kale. No, he's Chow. He will forever be Chow. So, which is fine.
I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
So I was like, here, have this mouthful of a name. So
Here you go.
yeah.
Here's some
But you know what's really funny is that like I have to be able to say their names at some point because I'll talk about them and I'll be like, yeah, it's something like that. Like when Rebecca was like, how do you pronounce the head witch's name? I was like, Galecia.
Yeah, how would you pronounce it?
You pronounce it. In my mind, actually, it was Galatea because that is an app.
Oh, the app!
Oh, yeah.
I got stuck with an app.
How do you spell it? Like, it is absolutely...
Why are they so expensive?
I don't know. They are expensive, though.
I don't know, but I now have a year fucking subscription to that damn thing, and it's all just werewolves and 18-year-old girls. I'm like, no, thank you, okay? Like,
yeah.
And it takes you 40 chapters to get to sex. I'm like, okay, guess what? No, I don't care if it's interactive. I can hear like growling in the background as I'm reading it. Fuck off.
I like that. I think that would.
I turned the sound off. Sometimes it's kind of cool, but like no, it's a lot, and there's not a ton on there. Do you know what I'm like obsessed with though? Are these stupid short TV movies though that are like
on TikTok? Oh my god, AP and I literally send them to each other nonstop. I have like so many that I'm watching all the time, but they don't show it past a certain point. They go to like when you go onto the app, like the free ones, it ends at the last one you'll ever see on there. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm not paying.
Veronica and I did no. Veronica and I did we did a review of what the fuck was it called?
Oh, it doesn't even matter.
It was something, I don't know, there was werewolves and shit like that. But I think it was like, by the time we ended up on it, was like $50 for like a freaking, like just one damn show. And I'm like, no thank you guys.
I remember
it's not even like a B.
ads or something to like get through.
But you can only watch so many a day, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, you can only watch so many a day.
Yeah.
It was terrible also. Terrible.
Oh, there's I mean, like, the acting is worse than community theater.
Yeah, it's like not even like B level. It's like
it's really
it's high school. Yeah, it's high school level, and the effects and everything are pretty high school level too.
But listen, my favorite are the Asian ones because like you have subtitles, so you really or like a voiceover or something, so you have no idea what they're actually saying on the show, which makes it even better. And already like Asian dramas are they're almost like telenovela. Like they're over the top, and so those are my favorite. Because they're just so dramatic, like, it's just so great. I love it.
Yeah, I would love just to just do reviews of all these dumb. There's one that's like he marries this girl and she's supposed to be like the organ blood donor for his girlfriend. Yes. I'm like, what?
I watched all of those that you can watch for free. Yes.
Yep.
And I'm like, and she has like stomach cancer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like every comment on those is like, I don't like how this ended. I'm like, well, I guess she died. That's kind of sucks. But I'm like,
she died.
Yeah. Can we also? Well, I mean, she has to, right?
I assume.
Right?
She's got diagnosed with
stomach
cancer.
Right.
I mean, this isn't a fantasy. But
was she a werewolf?
It was that dinner one when she with the shrimp, and it was like, that was so. I was like, I'm uncomfortable watching this. It was so weird.
Very weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I know that one.
It's like it's towards the end of the
it's that same one. Okay.
Side piece over. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
Very confusing.
Yeah. I also noticed that one we watched. There was a whole werewolf war that happened off screen. Because she wakes up in what looks to be some, like, her spare bedroom, and it's her hospital. And I was like, that's really weird. Wow. Wow, you save some money when your werewolf fight.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
The budget on these. Yeah. But, like, why? Right? Yeah. But, like, why? You know what? I don't understand. Like, if they just, like, posted those on a TikTok channel, the amount of views that it would get.
Yes!
They would make bank. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I would watch all of them. If they were on TikTok, man, it'd be at 3 o'clock in the morning. I have a habit of staying up until 6 a.m. So I'd be like 3 a.m., like watching an entire episode, season thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I think because they know that people will take them and like YouTubers will like do commentaries on them. So maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Because that's how I found out about them. Is like there was like a bunch of the YouTubers I followed. They were like, fucking check this out. Like, and
so terrible. Yeah. It's amazing.
But that's advertising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free advertising.
Well, yeah. Even, I mean, because we're all laughing about how awful it is. So like, let's let this professional do it. And then, yeah, it's even more advertising for you. So, true. I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway.
There is a debate amongst your readers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Over which team they should join. Whether they join Team Shadow Daddy or Team Crow Daddy. And I need to know which team you're on.
I am White Shoes. No, I can't pick. Because, like I said, Kess is like the manifestation of like my coping mechanism. And Kieran is like all the things that I wish I could say. You know? Like, so I love them both. I mean... Is it that's like choosing one brain cell over the other, right?
I get it. I am.
But which one are you?
I'm Team Shadow Daddy. However, nice. I don't dislike Kess. Like, I think Kess is pretty great.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is funny. He's really funny. It is, even in Airs, like as dark as it has been in Airs, like he's funny.
Yeah.
He's really funny.
We're gonna have to talk in a little bit about. I want to know if you've gotten to a certain point yet. Like, I swear sometimes I'm like writing it and I'm just like, yeah, that'd be great, you know. Like, afterwards, like I'm like cackling because I'm like, that's so funny. I didn't write it, you know. Like, I swear it's like literally Kess lives in my head and he's just telling me what's wrong. I'm like, yeah, man, that's great, you know. Yeah,
but I mean, it's okay to write for yourself sometimes. I mean, that's like. Hey, man.
Well, okay. I feel like if you're going to write something very dark, you have to have comedic, like, relief.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, like, by the end of it, you're just like, why am I even reading this? Like, I'm going to go and cry.
Yeah. Like, and, like, why are we here?
Right. And you kind of have to have, like, I don't know, like, the contrast of the two as well to be like, oh, that is really dark. And then, like, okay, good. I'm not going to die after all, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. If it's a slog, then I mean, what enjoyment are? Well, I know some people get off on that shit, but like, what enjoyment is there for those of us who are? I mean, like, who don't get off on that shit? I mean, yeah, you have to have something. Yeah,
I will tell you, the Queen of Light novella has 0 comedy in it.
Great.
But it's also 11 chapters.
Okay, so it's
or is it 10?
Like, how many pages?
No, it's.
Or have you?
It's 100. 110.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, okay. Well, so you're sad for a little bit, and then you can just move on to something, and then you can download their hybrid to take. And then you can...
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
It'll be fine
because they're funny. They're funny.
Fine.
All of them are funny.
They are funny. Also, the dedication on their hybrid to take is wonderful.
Yeah. I love it. It's like that was one of those things I was writing and cackling at the same time. You know, did you check the poem in the back about the author?
I did. Of course, I did.
Yeah, awesome. I wrote that like on a random like TikTok live. I think.
I know. I remember.
Okay, I didn't know if you were there or not. Well, there was like a whole like time period where like Veronica would only be in the comments, and we had to like finally like bully her into to join.
Yes, I remember her saying that. She's like, I was just kind of creeped for a little while, and then I finally like.
Yeah, we'd see her comment. We'd be like, Veronica. That's great. That's great.
I was like, these people are legit, and I'm just like over here trying to write a book.
And now you know. Now you know.
You are all very legit. You're all extremely talented, and I'm just fortunate to be here.
No, you are also extremely talented. According to every single person I know that's read your book. It's next on mine. I've been saying that for a while. Like, it's like sitting right here even. But I keep getting hit with things to do and a thing to do.
Well,
yeah.
I will say, from an outsider, I'm always very impressed by, like, from what I can see of your guys' like, for the pieces that I've read from you guys, like, from all of you authors in this group, because it is like, and that's what I was saying earlier, was like, makes me angry where people who like deserve to have the money and like the recognition are not getting it, and there's people like author I will not name, many authors I will not name, who are, I'm like, wow, why is that a movie? And I'm just kind of like, oh, God bless America. So, like, it's one thing I do like about our podcast is that we get to, like, put you guys, like, kind of like, hey, here, look at this. This is good stuff. This is what you should be reading. Like, this is, so I like that we can have an outlet for you guys.
I do think we're at, like, a pretty sweet spot in, like, the indie author like timeline, I guess. Yeah. Like, people are taking it more serious now, and like big named authors are indie authors. So
yeah, agreed.
So I think it's just like it's becoming more and more legitimate, and so can't wait till the publishing companies try to crack down on us for something.
I don't know if that'll happen. Who knows? How would they do it though? Like how?
I don't know.
I think they'd have to like change first.
Yeah, I
would
mean,
they?
Because the readers obviously want something different. Like that's one thing that we've noticed reading the trad pubs through the podcast. It was like they are so like almost sterile in some points.
Yeah, like rinse and one of the books.
Yeah.
Yes, one book in particular where we were reading, we're like, oh my God, just let her write. Just fucking let her write. Yeah. And like because she can do it, and they just have certain things that they want from you, and it's kind of like and so I think at some point they're gonna be like, okay, we're maybe not. We might need to listen to the readers better. I don't know, but who knows?
Shocking.
Yeah,
it is shocking.
And the indie community of authors is far more diverse.
Yes,
like far more diverse.
Is. I mean, there are two white ladies talking to you here right now, but like the indie author community allows for more diversity because the trad published community is still very white.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Which is wild to me.
I know.
Or like how romance was put down as like not a real genre for so long because it was like it's always been the number one selling genre, but because it's dominated by women, it had to be less than.
Well, and very much, we've talked about this, like even talking about the Barbie movie when it came out, like it was not taken as seriously when it came to nominations because it's a chick movie, because girls like it. In the same way that things that girls like are often like not held in as high esteem as things that boys like. And that's just like flat out sexism. It's just people thinking like girls are not as smart as boys, and therefore like they have to like this trash over here, and it's not.
The argument can be made for the opposite.
Yes, I mean, but yeah, I mean, like you said, romance has pretty much always carried the publishing industry. So like you're welcome.
Yep.
By like a lot.
Yes.
By like a lot, exactly.
By a lot.
Exactly.
And I think early on in the podcast, we watched a Hulu documentary called Naughty Books. And it's very
that's good. I need to rewatch that.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, if it's still on Hulu, definitely check it out.
I don't have Hulu.
I think you might be able to find it like just in general.
Maybe on
at
YouTube
the time
or
we saw it on
something.
Hulu. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, because I think
really
it.
Interesting. It follows.
It's old at this point.
Yeah. It follows trad published authors.
Like Stacey Reed was in there. I'm trying to think of who else was on there. I don't know. I'm thinking of a different one. Who else was on? I'm trying to remember who all was in that doc.
They talk a lot about like the pressure of the publishing industry and like the pressure to just crank things out, and I mean, I get it, but
I feel the pressure to crank things out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
because they followed this one woman, and I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if she's even publishing anymore. Because this, again, was a little older. And like her marriage dissolved by the end of the documentary because she's like trying to figure out things to write, and it was just like and you saw the disillusion of her marriage through this whole documentary, like Jesus. And yeah, I mean it was really interesting to see the fact it was like, and they went to a lot of conventions to see the people who were very excited, but it's kind of like that pressure, like I think we talked about with Penny Reed in particular, like it was like a physical thing for her where she's finding like, I have to slow down because people were like, when's the next book? When's the next book? When's the next book? It's like, yeah, but there's other authors out there, guys. I'll write and then check this other person out. Cool.
And there are
while I'm writing this.
Other authors, tons. Oh, the reason I brought up that documentary was talking about the effect that Amazon and like Kindle Unlimited have had on indie authors and how it's like kind of enabled them to even exist. And you know, we know that there's pros and cons to Amazon publishing, but like could indie authors exist without that platform? You know, it's just it reduces so many barriers to entry.
Yeah.
I missed everything you said because it froze.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
You get to hear it on the episode.
Yeah. I'm just going to go, yes.
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
I was like, are you shitting me? Like, and I just sat here like, don't, because like, you know, we did like a couple episodes of the Distracted Inkling podcast. We figured out real quickly that like it's still recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still going, even though like it looks like it's frozen for us.
I love Riverside. It's great.
It's great. All right. Can we talk about your artwork?
Yeah. What are you going to talk about?
Ray, do you want to ask?
Sure. So, all right. So I know that you do cover designs. I know that. So when somebody comes to you and like one of your author friends is like, hey, I want you to do, you know, my next book. Do they give you the book first? Have you read it first? Or they kind of like, here's what I'm thinking. Like, how is that process?
So a lot of the times authors have a pretty good idea of what they already want. I've worked with one who thought she wanted one thing and then it went completely the opposite direction and she's like in love with it, you know? But sometimes if we get stuck, I'll be like, okay, well, tell me about this character. Like, what kind of character are they? You know, and then maybe I can like find something, or and then like send me covers you like, and so that I can kind of gauge off of that.
Right.
So
something to work with. Have there ever been like one where it was, you don't have to obviously name names, but has there been one that you're like, okay, this has been like, we've been through the ringer of like, I keep sending things and they're not liking them. Is there ever been one like that? I'm sure everyone is very particular, so I totally get it, but.
Well, so yes. And it wasn't really any like fault of anybody really. Because, it's Lilith. Bothering me per usual. But I don't draw. I do graphics. Right. So like I take an image that already exists and change it to what I need it to be.
Yeah.
Lilith.
Anyway, but yeah, so this happened recently, and at the end of it, she was like, you know what, I think I just need an illustration. And I was like, I think you do too. So it just wasn't, like we weren't compatible in that way, but like there was no issue or anything. So.
Do you do your own covers then?
No, Rebecca Sinclair does my covers.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
That's right.
I did this one. And the hardback for it. So,
I mean, they're gorgeous.
Always. Thank you. I agree.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. Yeah. But the ones I've seen of yours,
especially this one.
That one is unreal.
but the ones I've seen of yours that you've done are also equally gorgeous. So,
well, thank you.
Upstairs.
I did the all the hybrids, and yeah, I have Kiss Me in the Dark right here.
Oh, good. 'Cause I love mine upstairs.
So,
yes, I love that. I love that cover. It's gorgeous.
I do too. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, it's, you know, I didn't even know it was something I could do, and then I started. I spent like a year disassociating on Canva, and like reached my limit on Canva, where I was like, I can't do what I want to do. So I was like, I guess it's time to bite the bullet and get Photoshop. And then I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like a whole new world. And so
it is a whole new world. Yeah.
Yeah. So Rebecca gave me like a tutorial on like the basics, but first I played with it for a while. So I had an idea of where things were. And then, every so often, like we still do, because like I was just thinking earlier today, there's this thing that I don't know how to do that I need to ask her about, because she did it on one of mine. And that's the other thing too, is she'll do my covers and send me the whole file with the layers and everything. And because then I can like look at how she did it. Yeah.
You know, that's sometimes the best way to learn. I mean, like, and best way to like grow as an artist, like to totally get it. I love, same. That's kind of how I was with, I used to have to do programs, and I had to do the same thing. Like, and I had to like teach myself how to use fucking Photoshop. And I'm like, this is a giant fucking program. Like, how am I going to do this? And you just like, you just kind of like one step at a time, and you kind of, but it is so rewarding when you have that beautiful image at the very end of it. But yeah, I mean, your stuff's gorgeous. So
thanks. I just did a map for somebody for the first time. That was cool, because I've only ever done my map.
Cool.
It did have a lot of trees, but to be fair, it was in the wilderness. So, but yeah, that was fun. It was fun to do. Cool. It's like a nice way to like shut my brain down and like use a different part of it for a little while. So yeah, I did that on Canva.
Love it. Oh, fucking Canva is actually pretty great. I have to say, like, for what, if you just need like little bits and pieces and stuff like that, it's been, mwah, I love it.
Yeah. It's also like a great like starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like learn Canva, because then you go to Photoshop and it's similar, but just more
in depth. More, exactly. Just more of the capital
more.
N. Yep.
Yeah. So, so yeah, it's something fun. I like doing it.
Cool.
What else do you want people to know about anything in this series, not just Queen of Light, or specifically Queen of Light, before they start it?
I would say that when you start with Prince of Darkness, don't expect it to continue that way. Again, Prince of Darkness happens within like a time period of like 6 days or something, or nights. And then Queen of Light is like 137 years. So, you know, it's different. And
Eris also takes place over like hundreds of years.
Yeah, it does. But I would say that like, while the vibe is still the same, like the story just goes from like, because I feel like Prince of Darkness was really fun. It was fun to write. It's fun to read. It's like you can plow through it pretty quickly. And it's kind of surface, right? Which I think most first books in a series probably should be. And then the next one is just like, and then here's the depth, you know? So I've noticed that people who really, really loved Prince of Darkness because they liked how fast it was, thought Queen of Light was much slower, still liked the story. And then people who really love a strong character driven story were like, this is it. This is great. So yeah, I would say that. Like, you just don't know what you're going to get. Box of chocolates. Because I don't even know what I'm going to get half the time.
I love that you just pantsed the entire Prince of Darkness. Like,
I did. Jeez. It's insane. I will never do that again. I
mean, I pantsed my first book, but like, and most of my second, but it's contemporary. Like, I cannot imagine.
Right. You're not world building.
Right. Like,
yeah, you're not building a fucking world.
It was already there. Which
is like my favorite thing. Can I just tell you, world building is my favorite thing. I love it so much. But you know, when you're writing one book too, like a standalone, I feel like you can pants that pretty well, you know? But when you write the first book of a series that you pants, you're like, well, these are my parameters now, you know.
Yeah.
I am stuck with this. So,
Right, true.
Yeah.
so, you know, you have to work with that, which is, I mean, it's fun too. So, I will never do that again.
No, we have a spreadsheet now.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We do. We'll all get each
I love
other
that.
on task.
Somebody has to.
So what are, seriously, it's probably going to be Mom or Rebecca. What are you currently working on? I know you said that you're doing a dev edit. What's the plan after that?
Well, in between the dev edit, I am working on book 3.
Okay.
So, yeah. She gonna be extra thick. Can I just tell you, I'm getting a little bit nervous because, like, I picked the 5x8, right? And I was like, I don't know how much thicker this can get, right? So after this series, they will all be the 5.5 by 8.5 because, like, that looks just way more manageable.
Got it.
I don't know. And it's, like, more expensive to print. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
A print of 5x8?
Yeah, because it's more pages.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, wish somebody would have told me that. So.
Live and learn, I guess.
Yeah. But
Can it kill a puma? Yes. Okay, well, it's more expensive then. Thank you.
you know, okay, my best friend, again, she's like the best at marketing for me. But she, when she got Prince of Darkness and like, she was just talking about it and she was like, it's a great book and it also makes a great weapon. You can just chuck that at somebody's head and it'll take them right out.
Yep.
Amazing.
That is my judging is like, can it kill a puma? It can.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm good.
Perfect. I love that.
Yep.
Thank
I can
you.
put it in my pocket and just throw it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amber also did for Readers Take Denver special edition covers, and they were amazing.
I have them right here. So this is the Prince of Darkness.
Ooh, I love it.
And then this is the paperback.
Ooh.
And then the printed case is the same as the paperback.
Oh, I like.
So
And then
The printed like looks a little Lucifer. I like it.
oh yeah, that's Kieran.
Yeah. I like him. Yeah. I like him.
And then the Queen of Light ones, I don't have physicals of them yet. I actually want the first time I see them will be at Polaris. Listen, it was that or I didn't bring them. So I was like, well, I guess we'll see what happens.
when is that?
But that one has an in Cass on it. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I showed the group. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm obsessed.
When is that?
Oh shit! Not this weekend. Next weekend. Ooh.
God. Oh.
God, and now the dread just set
Oh,
in. Like,
man.
once I get somewhere, I have a great time. It's the getting there, and I'm just like
Yeah.
a ball of anxiety leading up to it. So, yay for me.
But it's your second one. It's going to be great.
Yeah, no, I'm not nervous about it at all. Well, a little bit because it's smaller. So I'm like, is it going to be the same? Is it going to be different? But it's going to be learning. So,
Yeah. Amber, thank you for being here with us
Yes. Thank you.
you know, thanks for getting distracted with me because I definitely was like, oh, you want to talk here? Let's go over here. And I'm so sorry.
That's like I really like if someone was like, "What is the theme of your podcast?" I'm like, "That's that."
tonight. That's it.
Tangent Express. Tangent Express.
yes.
Yep.
It's fun.
We're gonna start here, but by the time we're end it, we're gonna be over in somewhere in the Philippines. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming on and talking with us. This is fun.
Check out
Anytime.
the description below for links for how to purchase. You can get them on Amazon or you can purchase signed copies from Amber directly from her website.
Yay.